In this video, we'll be discussing home inspections, who pays for it, and what to inspect. Be sure to tune in to the end for bonus material. Hey, my name is Aaron Johnson. I'm a real estate broker right here in Brooklyn, and I help buyers and sellers make smart decisions when it comes to real estate. Now, if this is the first time on my channel, please be sure to look below, click the subscribe button, and also be sure to check the description below where I usually include some bonus material and information of everything I'm going to talk about today. Now let's get to it. When purchasing real estate, an inspection needs to be done. And the question I always get asked is who pays for the inspection? The answer is the buyer. The buyer is usually the party that orders the inspection for the property. Okay, so now you're thinking as a buyer, why do you need to pay for an inspection? The reason is because you want to know anything that's wrong with the house before you buy it. So typically the inspection is ordered right before you sign contract, so that if anything is found, you can include it in the contract and negotiate that with the seller, negotiate any problems rather with the seller. So the reason that you want to hire an inspector is to do a thorough check of the house. So you walk through the home, everything looks good, it's pretty, you're ready to buy it. But hiring an inspector would give you a fresh set of eyes to look at things that we would not normally look at. So the inspector comes, they check the outside of the house to make sure everything is sound and there's no structural damage. They check your roof to make sure that the roof is good. They also check when they go inside, they check to make sure that all of your windows are sealed. They also check your faucets to make sure that they're functioning and that there's no leaks around and under the sinks. They also check your stove to make sure every burner works. They check the lights. They check behind the wall to make sure that there's no rodents behind the wall and that there's no air flowing in and out of pockets throughout the walls. So they make sure like all your heat stay in, for example, and that no cold air is coming in from outside. They check your ventilation system. I mean, I can go on and on, but they do a thorough check. They're usually in the property for about an hour to check to make sure that everything is good. And they also provide a thorough report for you. Once you get the completed report from your inspector, what you want to do is you want to give that to your agent and or your attorney to make sure that they can talk to the other side to negotiate. They can say, hey, we found these problems. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to repair the problems, or are you willing to reduce the price? And of course, you will have to comply with that as well. But then the conversation starts. And once you're satisfied, or once both parties are satisfied, then you can come in, make your deposit, and sign the contract. So great. Now you know exactly what an inspector does when they come out to the property. And not to confuse an inspector with the appraiser. The appraiser is usually who the bank hires to come in after inspection and after contracts are signed to actually appraise the home. And that's different. They don't do as a thorough of a check. They're more concerned with property value. And whereas the inspector is making sure that the house is actually functional and to code. And as a bonus, what I've included is a link to the home inspectors that I use. Check below. You'll see a bonus section there, and follow the instructions. And what I'll do is I'll send you the name and number of the inspector that I like to use for any inspections that I do for my clients. And if you found this video useful, please again hit the subscribe button below. Until next time, peace.